Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another tarot reading. This is a reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. If you're a first-time viewer, first, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. I love to read for you. I love to bring in messages of clarity, guidance, and support. So if you like this reading, please click like. If you like my style, please subscribe and please connect. Leave me messages. Let me know where you're from, why you're watching my videos. There's also everything that you need to know about me is in the drop box below. Okay, so today I'm using my Rider-Waite deck. This is my very first tarot deck I ever bought, and upon it lies this Manaya. So Manaya is a Maori symbol for protection, spiritual protection. And I wanted to tune in today because we are still in that in between the eclipses. Okay, we have the lunar eclipse coming in for us on the 10th of January, and that's going to happen at 20 degrees Cancer. I did make a video about these eclipses that's happening for us. I will post that link below this video if you wanted to tune in and bring yourself up to speed concerning eclipse energy that we are currently dealing with. Okay, so a little bit about tarot. I feel that it is so important to get this information out, especially when it comes to divine masculine, divine feminine readings. This is a general reading. There will be a storyline. If the storyline doesn't fit your story, this reading is not for you. There's various reasons why this reading may not be for you. Maybe you are on a different path. Maybe you have already progressed beyond this point, energetically wise. So feel free to browse the YouTube channel and find someone whose vibes resonate with you. Okay, so I've said my prayers and I'm tuning into divine masculine energy. I will introduce the oracle cards as I go today. I'm sort of like in a free flow energy. And however this storyline goes, remember that it can be flipped and reversed. Time is different in other dimensions. Okay, so divine masculine, divine feminine are high vibrational energetic connections. And these divine feminines and masculines are already connected in the fifth dimension. So what we are doing is, with this specific reading, it's tuning in to see how that fifth dimensional connection, look how this is flipping over, okay? We're talking about other dimensions, and we're talking about divinely guided journeys, and that's what the Three of Pentacles is. And below that, we have the Eight of Wands coming out, Sagittarius energy, about things moving fast. I do feel energetically with this eclipse that the energy between the divine counterparts are picking up. Things are starting to move forward, and as it moves forward, I feel like it's picking up speed. There's a speeding up of events. Okay. Oh, and look at behind it, we have the star as well. So tarot is alive. You know, there's a reason why those cards flip over. Maybe you're a starseed. Maybe you're going through a starseed awakening. You're becoming aware that this plane that we are living on in this reality is but one layer of the onion of your reality. Okay. So without making it too intricate, this reading is to see how is the connection and how is the energy sitting with the divine masculine and divine feminine at this point in time. So there's no time on this video. Whenever you start to view this video, whenever you view this video, that is when it will, how do I say it, come into effect for you. And the fact that you find this video and watch this video will tell me that there is some sort of vibrational frequency that is similar between you and my channel. Okay, so What's going on with the masculine feminine? Roles can be flipped and reversed. This is a masculine dominant, feminine dominant energy. So there is no sexual orientation here. Okay. I mean, gay, lesbian, transgender, whatever, you know. That's the body. We're talking about soul connections here. And that's what it's about. So you have to put the energy where it fits for you. I'm going to cut the deck. Last shuffle. And let's have a look. The feminine dominant is on this side. Masculine dominant on this side. And what is unfolding between the two? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Whew. I feel a sense of pressure here. Even it's like this, you know, when you go on stage and you're going to have to perform and the curtains open and you know that you have to step out in that spotlight and be on the stage. I kind of have that feeling. And we did have the star card flipping over. So I feel like someone watching is someone who is used to being in the spotlight. You might be a performer or an artist of some kind, whether this is a musician, gymnastics, you know, whatever it is, a radio announcer. But I feel like there is this you being separate from the community or from the public and, you know, having a purpose of some kind. Okay, so it's like being separate from being isolated, but yet having the attention of a group of people. So put this where this fits. This could be for you. This could be for your divine counterpart. Okay. So first card up for the feminine is the Death card. Okay, so the Death card is Pluto. Pluto at the moment is in Capricorn at 21 degrees, and Saturn is at 20 degrees. So, but what I really like about this Death card, this deep transformation, that card is, it always resembles something to me that's happening over a period of time. In the way of transformation, it takes time. And this horse is moving forward. The direction of the movement is towards the masculine. And the sun is rising. So I feel if the feminine has been going through a very deep transformation in her life, whether this is spiritual, maybe even where she lives, maybe just a total overhaul of her life where nothing is the same. This is basically the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay, moving forward into her own abundance and newness. So the feminine is coming up as the King of Pentacles as well. So there's this very grounded, mature, capable, resourceful energy that is supporting this transformative energy that's happening with the feminine. The feminine has been working on establishing herself in this world and creating a new foundation for herself. She's grown in herself in the way where she is so mature that she is coming up as the King of Pentacles. Very resourceful, very patient, okay, because the King of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. And once again, we have this Capricorn Pluto kind of energy going on here. So I feel like this Capricorn is a sign that wants something to be done by the rules, by the book. There's a certain method that needs to be followed. And I feel like the feminine on a spiritual level, even though at times it didn't feel like it, she has been following the directives of her spiritual nature. In other words, the higher self has been bringing in subconscious information while she's sleeping, or she subconsciously just decides to do the right things to create her own abundance and stability in her life. She's definitely moving forward from toxic situations. She's moving on. She's going at a very nice pace, okay? We have something about the feminine here where this is also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. She is she has decided one thing that this transformative period in her life has been bringing to her, besides the fact that she is now stable in her life, doing what it is that she needs to do to support herself and be totally independent, and also know what her values are, what is of value to her, and to consciously make the decisions to invest her energy in things of value and not to squander her energy. I feel like that is also the transformative energy that is coming through here, that the feminine has learned not to invest herself emotionally, physically, spiritually in situations that is not good for her, that's toxic, out of balance. Okay. She's also learned how to deal with control issues, because this death card is the end of that very manipulative energies that she might have had to deal with in the past, especially with this Eight of Cups, where she's moving forward from situations where she was left emotionally drained. So, and both these cards are moving towards this side, moving towards her future. Okay. I like how the tarot speaks to each other. Now, where's the masculine? I feel the masculine is ready to communicate. The look how these two horses are meeting each other. I think there's something that happened with the masculine. So if you're a masculine dominant, please leave me a message if you resonate with this, because I would love to hear what has happened in your life where you basically make a total 180 from running away to turning this way and running towards your divine feminine, and is coming in at a very fast speed. This is almost like reckless. I have something to say. He has his eye on the target. Okay, very determined, very focused energy from the masculine, going into bringing it towards the feminine. I feel like the masculine has something to say. There's information of that the masculine wants to share with the feminine on a mental level, because this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But with that fast movement, I almost feel like this is very impulsive. There's some Mars energy as well there. And it's action driven. There's no thinking involved here. This is just about doing. Time for thinking is over. It is now time to do and speak. He wants to bring in romance. He wants to I feel like the idea here is to establish a mental connection with his feminine, so that he can reveal his heart to her. At this point in time, the masculine is in his feelings. He does have feelings for his feminine, but not ready to share that with her at this. I feel like there's a little bit of a protective measure with the masculine, that he's ready to strike at any moment, maybe even in his defense, because he's guarding a very soft, a tender, loving heart, a very romantic heart. But it is like there's this outer shell of defensiveness. And I also feel like the masculine is on the move. He's moving a bit faster than the feminine. I feel he's ready to communicate. We have two messengers here. He's ready to communicate his thoughts as well as his feelings. He wants to move forward in this connection. I feel like the divine masculine at this point in time might also be traveling. Whereas I feel like they kind of mirroring each other, just where the feminine is slightly slower, the masculine is also on the move. Ace of Cups, he's ready to share his feelings. I feel like in the last, I can't remember the last divine masculine feminine, but I feel like the masculine had the Ace of Cups as well. But he has this big cup of love that he wants to offer to his feminine, and he is ready to communicate, he's ready to establish connection. And he's very much, his actions is in sync with his feelings. And I sense a impatient energy here. Like there is, it's almost like he feels like he needs to take really quick action before, before something happens, before he misses this opportunity. That's what I see. So we have the moon card. So the moon to me is about, I feel what's coming in for the feminine. We'll draw clarifiers. Is that neither the masculine nor the feminine can actually see how are they going to reconnect. They might sense it. Especially with the masculine, with all this Pisces energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and this is Cancer energy and Scorpio energy for me. We have Scorpio there as well. So there's this deep feeling of emotion and things not being very clear, but to trust your intuition. And once again, the moon, we're going into that lunar eclipse on the 10th of January. So I feel this lunar eclipse is bringing in that energy of a conclusion, so to speak, whether if you have been in separation, that now there's action being taken to change that. There is some fear here because, especially if there hasn't been any contact, there is a little bit of fear as to not knowing what to expect because there hasn't been contact for a while. Brand new, fresh start. The masculine is going for it, even though he doesn't know what is coming. He can't see where he's going. He's riding that horse hard friggin' ass out, He's going for it, even though he can't see. He's flying blind, literally, but he's trusting his intuition. He's like, I have to do this now, in spite of my fears. Otherwise, it's not going to be a new beginning. And that's what both parties want. The feminine is moving forward in spite of the fact that she can't see either. But she's going at a nice clip. She's like, well, I've got nothing to lose. I've lost everything. Death card is like you have a wasteland. I mean, like there's wasteland and carnage. That's what's there. But we have the sunrise in the back. So that is moving forward every day in spite of everything. In spite of this huge transformation, because that's all that there is to do. So we have this beautiful brand new fresh start that is going to happen. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. And to me, the wands is springtime. We'll draw more clarification. Oh, wishes come true. I feel like I don't have to draw any more cards here. I think I'm going to derail this thing. I feel I'm going to derail this thing if I draw any more. So I truly feel like in this energy that we're sitting now, especially if you've consciously been setting your attention, you know what you want, you know what your desire is, because aces are the purest form of this energy. This is desire and passion. Intuitively know what your desire and your passion is. Intuitively know what you desire, what you wish for. This is this deep, deep wish fulfillment in spite of the fears. Okay, we have two aces here, Ace of Cups, Ace of, I just want to say we don't have the Empress here, but if the two of you get together physically, okay, and you don't want any pregnancy, then you know what you need to do. But I truly feel like there is a brand new fresh start. So I want to know, why is the Knight of Swords here, please? I'm going to do some clarifiers. Why is the Knight of Swords here? What is it what made the masculine decide to all of a sudden turn around and rush towards his feminine? He's grown up. He's become a man. He knows what he wants. He's the emperor. He rules his kingdom. He's set down healthy boundaries. He's taking control of his life. He refuses to be dictated to by other people and circumstances. He is now running the show. He says, this is how I want it to be, and this is how it's going to be. I want my divine feminine. That's the end of it. Done. I want to collaborate with my divine feminine. I want to create, and this is one of the cards that flipped over in the beginning. I want to invest myself with my divine feminine to create long-term stability and abundance, to create stability in my life. He knows that he can do this with his divine feminine. Okay, so why is the Knight of Cups here? I just want to put the cards so we can see them. I'm so bad with that sometimes. Sorry, folks. Okay. Why is the Knight of Cups here, please? Why is the Knight of Cups here? That's too many. Why is the Knight of Cups here? There's one. Any more? Whoa, that one just flew out. Oh. Strength. There's a lot of passion here. This is Leo. A lot of passion and good old lust. I couldn't let go. I was hanging on to this connection, and I find it very interesting that the masculine is coming through so very strong in his own power. The decisions that he's making now is mature decisions. Okay. But also I feel like why he's not quite ready to, you know, share those I feel like there's still a little bit holding him back for the simple fact that the Knight is facing this way. So I feel like maybe there's a bit of distance between the masculine and the feminine. Like he needs to travel to be able to share what is in his heart and in his mind. So I feel like it's just a tiny little bit of an obstacle there. But and that is kind of like why we have the Eight of Swords as well. It's like there is something that still needs to be worked through, some problem solving that needs to be done. But he's a mature male, masculine, coming through as, you know, the lord of his empire, and he couldn't let go of this connection. He knows that when he invests himself energetically with his divine feminine, and he knows who this is, that it will be stable, because it goes from a 3 to the 4. But he's also, once again, that little bit of problem solving. There's still new perspectives needed, but I feel like that's tied in with a moon card. But he's coming into it, okay? It was because he felt powerless, because he couldn't let go, because he has really strong emotions, that he's now decided to wear his heart on his sleeve and go for it. Why is the Ace of Cups here? How is he going to present that Eight of Cups? I feel like with this person, because he has Aries, the Emperor is Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn all in one for me. Plus this Leo, this Leo card, I feel like this masculine is ready to go big and bold. Very big and very bold, very strong. Okay, tell me about the Ace of Cups. tell me the story of the Ace of Cups. How did the Ace of Cups come here? Now, note where this card falls, okay? So I feel, how is the Ace of Cups here? I feel like the masculine, the story goes that he's also moving on from toxic situations, and he's also on a journey for wish fulfillment to obtain his emotional satisfaction, and he knows that his divine feminine has a big part to play in obtaining that. Because remember, when we are in these connections, even though this is a deep, deep spiritual connection, that we still keep our own identity. I also feel like the masculine has gone through a spiritual awakening, and there are situations that the masculine had to deal with that's connecting him to his heart center, to acknowledge his feelings. Something has happened that he can't hold back those feelings any longer, and he's acknowledged it. He's moving forward, and he's now going into his wish fulfillment, because he wants to create opportunities. He sees that there is an opportunity. There's a little bit, as I said, you see that little wall there? There's just a little bit of obstacle that he needs to overcome to be able to present that cup. But he is doing it because he's the emperor. One more card, please. One more card for the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands. Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands, please. Well, he's willing to put the work in. We have the Eight of Pentacles. He's willing to put his time, his effort, his resources into this connection, because he knows we're going from the Three of Pentacles of collaboration to create something stable, to be able to create something of value, something that is worth the effort and the time. He sees that this opportunity is there, and he's taking it. He has not, it's not, what I kind of feel is, especially with the Emperor and that Aries kind of energy, time for thinking is over. He doesn't need to think about it any longer. That's what I feel. And look how we have the Two of Wands right below the Emperor and the Strength card. I feel like the masculine has gone through a lot of healing on heart level. There's a lot of balancing out, taming his emotions, taming his fears, his insecurities. Maybe the masculine had something to do with his self-confidence. He had to get his self-confidence back up again. And now that he's sitting in his power, he knows that there are opportunities, and he's going to take those opportunities because he wants to invest himself in places where he knows it'll be worth his time and his effort. So tell me about the Death card for the feminine, please. Tell me about the Death card for the feminine. She's gone through major transformation. So she's moving on from being left out in the cold. In many cases with these situations, I feel like the feminine or the awakened one is the one that's always being left out, and the masculine, or dominant, is the one that runs because the connection is so intense. Feminine is also moving on from deceit, deception, stalking, all those very yucky kind of energies. That is why, that's the things that she's moving on from. Theft, people stealing money and resources, stealing her money, stealing her resources, being left out in the cold. Okay, she's totally moving on from that deceptive behavior. If she had that type of behavior where she was sneaking around and couldn't be honest and had to give people the slip, or being ghosting people, or maybe her masculine ghosted her, she's totally moving on from those experiences. Okay, so tell me about the King of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. There we go. We have party time, and we have the Six of Wands. So I feel the feminine has been in business. She's been very successful. She's learned to let her hair down a bit and relax a little bit. She's cruising along. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy is slow energy. Like, they like to stop and smell the roses a bit. They want to enjoy life on a deeper level. They want to experience life on a more sensual kind of level. And I feel like this is also what the feminine has been doing, is she's slowed things down so that she can focus on her career, invest her energy in positive situations. Whether this is a promotion at work, or just feeling really good with what she's achieved, where she invests her energy. I feel like the feminine could also maybe suffer from health issues, coming back to the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. I feel like she's suffering from health issues potentially, and that there is more research that needs to be done concerning her condition. But I feel this whole situation is starting to improve because of the transformation that she's going through. So death means end of this illness, end of the research that needs to be done. Okay, end of deceptive ways, end of being left out in the cold and financial hardship. And that also speaks to him about this king once again. If it's the end of the financial hardship and, people giving her the slip and not being honest, now she's surrounding herself with people who do care, people who are emotionally available. I do feel like there's a desire for reunion with a masculine. There's a lot of passion in her heart for a masculine. She wants to celebrate her masculine. She also wants to celebrate herself because she knows that she's done all the hard yards, okay, and now she feels like she's done that transformation, and she knows what is of value to her, including herself. So tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. Well, we didn't have to take long for those two. So, Four of Cups, which is a very grounding kind of energy. I feel like the feminine, and the Nine of Swords. So the feminine has gone through a lot of mental anguish, worrying about things, nervous energy, can't sleep at night, overthinking, mental emotional anguish, ungrounded fears, or maybe even grounded fears, because sometimes there are deep psychological patterns that keeps on repeating itself. Okay, so I feel like this is to do with that moon card there. So the feminine has decided to walk away from situations where there was a rejection. Maybe her offer was rejected. Maybe she made an offer and she was rejected. Or maybe her masculine made her an offer and she rejected because she wasn't ready. She felt like she needed to still think on things. So just put where this energy fits, okay? I feel like either the masculine or the feminine had to reject an offer that came in, an offer for love, because it wasn't the right time. They were in a place where they were dealing with a lot of depression, a lot of backstabbing, politics, conflict. They weren't in a very good space mentally. And because, or emotionally, they weren't ready to receive an offer and therefore had to be declined. Also, either the feminine was rejected or she rejected a masculine. But she's moving on from that. She knows that to sit here and to not pursue her own emotional happiness is not going to be very productive. So she's passionately following her heart, searching for that Two of Cups. Tell me about the moon, please. So what is hidden what the moon is trying to hide is the fact that there might still be maybe a little bit of competition, because Five of Wands to me is competition, but it's also about passion. We have the High Priestess here. She's the keeper of secrets. So secrets with that moon there is there's definitely someone not speaking out, someone keeping quiet because they are hiding a passion or a restless energy. There's chemistry. Someone is not ready to speak out, acknowledge, put out in the open this passion. Okay, but what I want to do is, that is the secrets, consciously hiding it, not speaking about it. I want to know about this Five of Wands. What is the Five of Wands, please? Is it competition or is it chemistry? Is it competition or chemistry? I reckon it's chemistry. Because if it was competition, I would have expected another court card to fall out there. So how this dynamic works, just once again, put it where it fits. Between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, I feel like for the divine feminine, she's not doing anything and she's not saying anything. She's biding her time because she knows. She knows about this connection. She knows the journey. She's spiritual. She's trusting her intuition on this. This is a very feminine card. So I feel like it is the feminine that's not speaking up because she knows the chemistry is there. She knows there's a brand new fresh start coming for her, because the Fool is starting off a new cycle. It's also ruled by Aries, but for me, there's a little bit of Uranus in there as well. There's a little bit of randomness in going into the unknown, because it takes a little bit of Uranian energy to take that leap of faith. Okay? And to trust in spirit, to trust that there's a greater energy that's carrying you in this. And I feel like it is because of the non-action of the feminine that the masculine now is deciding to take action, because to break this cycle of silence, okay, because we have two cycles here. We have the Fool, we have the moon that also goes in cycles. So I feel like this is cycles with silence, and someone taking a leap of faith because there's attraction and there is chemistry. It is so good that they reckon it's worth the gamble. And I feel that Fool there, to take the action, speaks very much to that kind of Knight of Swords type of energy, because the feminine, she's just sitting here cruising along, minding her own business, okay? And she's just busy with her own transformation and taking things easy, because she might even be recovering from illness. But here's the masculine. His cup is overflowing. He has all this beautiful passion in his heart that he feels it's time to share, because he's come to the realization that he is the one who is in control of his life and he knows what he wants. So that's, now we have this Ace of Wands here. So tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands, tell me about the Ace of Wands. There's a brand new, beautiful, what is this new beginning here? What's the new beginning? What's the new beginning, please? What's this new beginning in passion? What's this new beginning in passion, please? Okay. Woo, these are, so we have the Queen of Cups. Someone is emotionally available, deep in their feelings. They want to share their passion. Someone has been manifesting this connection, knowing what they want, setting the intention consciously to bring this connection in for them. Someone has, through the intention, sparked this connection to life through the 1111 doorways. So now we have someone here, and this could be a feminine or masculine, just put where it fits, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They might even have some fire in their chart because we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. Now we have the Magician, who is very much aware of the unlimited potential to manifest into their life what they desire. Okay, this is Mercury, Aries energy, and they are consciously using the 1111 to create open doorways into this connection and manifesting it into their life through their heart's desire and their passion. Two of Cups, OMG. There is someone in this connection that really, really, really knows how to work with the universal laws. They know how to energetically use energy available to them to access the higher realms, okay, through the 1111, and they literally manifesting this connection. They literally manifesting, drawing to them this beautiful, brand new, fresh start. Consciously manifested, not waiting for the universe to deliver it. There's no waiting here in this, you know. So the universe is just responding to the energy that's been put out. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. That is why the Nine of Cups is here. It's a wish fulfillment through actively setting the intention and doing what needs to be done, understanding the energetics of this divine connection, educating themselves, because the Magician is someone who they have a lot of knowledge, okay? And the Magician follows on the Fool, because we have the Fool who becomes the Magician and manifesting this beautiful soulmate connection. I almost don't want to draw another card, but let's go. So tell me about the Nine of Cups. Tell me about this wish fulfillment, please. Tell me about the wish fulfillment. Tell me about this wishes. Well, there was a period of reevaluation. Okay. So I feel like this wish fulfillment wasn't something that was just born out of pie in the sky pipe dreams kind of thing. This Nine of Cups came to be here because someone sat down and they had a look practically about what experiences they had in the past and what experiences they want now. Put this way, this could be the masculine sitting down, having experiences and say, I consciously choose this one pentacle. Or do I want to go for more of the same? Sitting and think about, do I want to go with the status quo? Or do I want to have, you know, this one experience? It could be an experience of a lifetime. Consciously deciding through a process of reevaluation what makes you happy. That's how this Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of focus here. There's a lot of planning. I do not see any Seven of Cups here. So this is the universe as well responding to someone who knows how to communicate with the universe, okay? To manifest this into life in spite of, you know, whatever has been transpired. So I'm going to use this Lovers Oracle cards. And let's see what the masculine has to tell his divine feminine. What messages are there that the masculine wants to tell his divine feminine? It's a little bit tricky to shuffle these because they're in heart shape. But I'm going to have to ask my angels just to guide my hands here. So what message does the masculine have for his divine feminine? There's a whole lot that fell out here. Okay. Secret admirer. So I do feel like your masculine is keeping tabs on you. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And that's what I said. Like there's something that's just holding him back just a little bit. And I feel like it has something to do with distance, something to do with being practical, and maybe having a little bit of control issues, because the Emperor is sitting there. He is in control. He doesn't want to put everything out on the table, okay? But he is solid and he is mature. So that's that one there. Secret admirer. So I feel like the masculine is kind of maybe keeping tabs on his feminine somehow. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. I feel like this is a lesson that the masculine have learned, that through guilt he might have been manipulated by other people, invested his energy in places where he felt like it wasn't worth his time and his effort. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I feel like the masculine is starting to see the possibilities of this long-term committed partnership with his divine feminine. I feel also with the Seven of Pentacles that, and because there's this very practical energy coming through, that the masculine as well as the feminine has, through a process of reevaluation, come to the conclusion that this is the person that if I had to take a chance on someone to build a future, to invest myself, I choose my divine feminine, because they would have had experiences with each other, whether this is in dream time or whether this is in reality. But I feel like because it's Pentacles here, that this is in reality. The masculine and the feminine would have had experiences in the past with each other. And it's through those experiences that they now know that this is my person. They've tried other things, went with other people, had other relationships, moved away, did whatever it is that they felt that they needed to do to create security in their life. But it didn't work out because they invested themselves in things that they felt like maybe they were taking other people into consideration above their own needs. So what does the feminine have to say? Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. I do not need to say more on this. She knows where she belongs. She knows who completes her. New beginnings. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams positively. Beautiful. She's ready for a new beginning with a masculine. I feel like maybe she knows he's coming as well. See how she's standing next to that tree? We also have this Four of Cups here at the bottom where she's sitting under the tree. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of circumstances you currently find yourself in. She is going through a death transformation of some kind at this time. But she knows it's taking her to better places. Okay? I do not feel like I want to draw any more cards on this. I feel like this reading is very clear into where the masculine is and where the feminine is. And I want to wish everyone a beautiful, beautiful lunar eclipse on the 10th of January. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love doing this reading for you. This is so positive. Claim this reading for yourself. If you resonate with this, claim it. Make it your own. Keep on doing the work. You're such a beautiful contribution to this journey of light, and I loved reading for you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Light and love.